For 2 women and 10 men, the countless days and nights of training, grinding, and dreaming of this moment are over. As one night changes everything. Friday, November 25th, New York City. 12 fighters from around the world. 6 championship fights. $6 million on the line. As the greatest fighter of a generation looks for her 3rd world championship.
Kayla Harrison, back to back. Oh, there's a tie. Taylor pulls the upset.
This is the biggest night in MMA history.
Go!
Friday, November 25th.
Turns out
This is the $6 million PFL Quest. 11/25/22, presented by Celsius. The anticipation begins as the date approaches for the biggest night in MMA history. It's a stacked card with electrifying matchups and a global cast of unique personalities, all leading to the main event and Kayla Harrison as she looks for a 3rd world title. But we begin with a light heavyweight championship and a matchup of finishers that should be nothing short of fireworks.
Razor Roberts Wilkinson. Akhmedov.
Wilkinson and Akhmedov, is this going to be one of those fights? You hear who's going to make the first mistake? That to me is this one. I honestly don't think I've been more impressed by anybody in the PFL season than Rob Wilkinson.
Wilkinson pounding away with the right hand.
Man, he comes up from 185, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, he looks solid.
Wilkinson is able to drag him down to the mat.
He's got versatility.
Nice left hand.
Big left hand.
And he's got physicality.
Uppercut from Wilkinson.
Nice right hand again.
He's a bull right now. He's dangerous.
Nice knee.
Robert Wilkinson punches his ticket to the 2022 championship.
Akhmedov has been very, very impressive as well.
And another Akhmedov pouring it on early.
He was coming in as kind of the small guy in this 205-pound division, but he has so much speed.
Beautiful 1-2 combination there from Akhmedov.
He's just very loose. That comes with experience. I think it just comes with the knowledge of just how good he is.
And we know he's got the power to put away any 205-pounder in the world.
Omari Akhmedov is clicking on a lot of cylinders, and he has different ways to finish guys.
Turns out the eye shot!
Wilkinson and Akhmedov is going to be one of those fights where both guys come in really, really confident that they're going to win. And you can understand both sides, why they feel that way. You know you're going to just have a very on-point fight, and that's what I'm expecting at 205.
First up, Robert Razor Wilkinson takes the cage, riding a 3 fights, 3 finishes streak in the 2022 PFL season.
Rob Wilkinson, 18 fights in, 1 fight away from a world title, $1 million championship, and only 30 years old. For me, that was the end.
Yeah.
You're not anywhere near the end, or are you?
No.
Wilkinson pounding away with the right hand.
For a bigger guy, 30 to almost 40 is like your prime years for a light heavyweight.
Watch the hand speed of Wilkinson.
I got at least 5 years in me, 5 world championships to win, back to back to back to back to back, and then retire in Tasmania.
The championship will be your 4th PFL appearance. 3 fights, 3 wins, 3 finishes, knockouts. I have a few knockouts. I think some good knockouts.
Couple.
I never had the beautiful, picture-perfect knee to finish a fight. That's how you punch your ticket to the championship.
Nice knee! He's out! He's out!
Starts.
Nice knee!
Robert Wilkinson punches his ticket to the 2022 championship.
Walk-off knockout, Madison Square Garden to go to the finals. Pretty cool moment, yeah.
You're a fight away from $1 million and a world title. When you signed with the PFL, is this what you envisioned, or have you exceeded your own expectations?
I signed and my goal was, the title, so I haven't exceeded them. I'm very happy with how I fought, not just the outcome, but how I felt out there, like feeling like I can actually show my full potential. When I knock out Amari, then I'll be very happy. Smashing his face and going home with $1 million,
Wilkinson's opponent, Omari Akhmedov, a trailblazing fighter who touts a highlight reel-worthy 2022 season.
My first opponent, he go to sleep.
Omari Akhmedov turns out the lights!
Second opponent, sleep too.
Omari Akhmedov, submission victory!
But Wilkinson, sleep too.
He's a finisher. He can finish you stand-up. He can finish you on the ground. He's tough. He's durable. And if you haven't seen Omari, you're in for a treat.
I want to choke him. I will with the toughest opponent every face.
Now, we move on to the welterweights and an intriguing style matchup of strikers.
Ready, fight! Go hard, go hard. Yeah, fighting through the fear, the blood, the sweat, and the tears.
Sadibou is really fun to watch. He's a devastating kickboxer.
Beautiful kick upstairs. Sadibou rips another left leg to the body.
But it takes more than that to win it all.
The thing that Sadibou has done is, in some ways, reinvent himself.
You just see a guy who is now in such a better place.
He came to us because he wanted to shore up his wrestling.
Oh, look at this. Sadibou takes Rory McDonald down.
It's a hard thing to do to wrestle, but it's so ingrained in what we do in mixed martial arts, you have to embrace it.
Nice footwork there from Sadibou.
He's an impressive guy, and when he's on and he's at his peak, he's going to be a highlight reel.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
They call him the postman because he always delivers.
Delano Taylor kicked in the door to these finals.
Taylor pulls the upset to a PFL championship.
That is a feat that we should not take away from this guy.
Delano Taylor is an absolute stud, and so for him to get a highlight reel was unbelievable.
Don't worry about the breaks, you're gonna come right back and go hard.
Delano Taylor is the new, young, hungry warrior that you got to deal with.
He did that to Rory McDonald. You don't think he's going to the finals thinking like, I can land that shot again and win $1 million? Of course he is.
What makes the Sadibou Delano Taylor matchup so intriguing is that these guys are amazing strikers. These guys are going to get after it.
Sweden's kickboxing sensation, Sadibou is on a mission to prove his game is well-rounded, as he stands one fight away from $1 million.
I have the opportunity of my lifetime fighting for the PFL championship. I'm not gonna let this opportunity go to waste.
If he wins, all of us win. So we're doing this together. United family, I guess.
My mom and dad are born in Senegal. We really embraced the Swedish culture as well, but we still kept it Senegalese in our household. It's a lot of big crowds hanging together. Everything is centered around the food. Always happiness, always so much enjoyment. This is my mom's seasoning.
A touch of the glove. Oh, liver shot. 17 seconds.
Kickboxer and Muay Thai, four-time world champion.
His kicks are, different level. Top guys we have, Sadibou is the biggest threat.
Magalhaes got the full effect right here. Yep. I don't think he's on solid ground.
Making so many sacrifices, staying focused. For me, the struggle makes this whole process so much sweeter. It took me actually 4 years and 4 seasons in PFL to get to this point, to get to the finals for the first time, and now being able to fight for the championship.
If he wins this, he's like one of the biggest athletes in Sweden.
He's ready to be a world champion.
Fighting Delano Taylor, he suits me perfectly. He wants to do what I want to do, but he's not as quick, he's not as tall, he's not as creative. When I get the belt, it's gonna be so much sweeter. This is the matchup that I'm gonna be able to showcase who Sadibou is.
Standing across the cage from Sadibou, it's rising star Delija Taylor, who shocked the world by knocking out the legendary Rory McDonald, earning his spot in the championship fight.
Everybody, yeah, looking at me. Yeah, man, I'm a VIP.
I came in here on the Challenger Series, became a contender. Now I'm about to fight for $1 million. I feel freaking amazing. Let's go.
A year ago, quit my job. I was working at Starbucks, actually, for 5 years. I was, at first I started as a barista, and then I was a night manager. Seeing $1 million in my hand or in front of me, it might change a couple things. For me to be a millionaire at 25 years old is pretty nice. Given the opportunity to do great things, I will do great things. I just need a chance.
I got the money.
Ain't no stopping us, we do the impossible.
Still to come, we head to Scotland to meet a fighter who shocked the world.
Stevie Ray gets the finish and secures himself a playoff spot.
We meet a heavyweight looking for a second chance.
And another trip to a championship bout for Delija.
A man on a mission to prove last year was a fluke.
Bubba Batman Jenkins!
And of course, we've got the GOAT.
Ain't no stopping us, we do the impossible.
Welcome back to the $6 million PFL Quest, presented by Celsius.
Every fight I prepare for the next young, hungry killer, you know? I prepare for the best in the world. I prepare to fight the devil. Nobody works harder than me. Nobody prepares better than me. Nobody has the team that I have. Nobody has the mindset I have, the heart I have. It's a perfect storm, man. God created me to be a killer, like a fighter.
Up next, it's the lightweight championship and two of the hottest fighters in PFL, in OAM and Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray to win a world title would be massive for Scotland. They've had some amazing fighters, but never one that's risen to the ranks of MMA champion.
There aren't many storylines that are more inspiring than Stevie Ray.
And you think about the fact that the man walked away from mixed martial arts and then realized, I don't know anything else to do except to fight.
Oh, big left hand, Stevie Ray!
When Stevie Ray submitted Anthony Pettis with that modified twister, it was just creative and it was painful looking.
He's got it locked on. He can submit him. Oh, there's a tap! Stevie Ray gets the finish and secures himself a playoff spot.
And now here he is in the finals.
Big opportunity here for Olivier Aubin-Mercier, the Canadian gangster. I mean, here's a chance for him to break through and win $1 million.
He has laid out game plans and executed them to the T.
Oh, another huge left hand. Oh, he's in big trouble. OAM.
It's impossible to fluster and get off track. That is so unusual in our sport. And OAM just seems to have this ability and gets the victory.
This is his moment to write his names alongside the George St. Pierres of the world, the Rory McDonalds of the world. This is a big moment for the Canadian gangster.
For Stevie Ray, the time is now. Back in the cage after a brief retirement, he looks to secure a bright future for his wife and 4 children.
As you can see all the rubbish in the front garden. With my mum having me so young, being pregnant when she was 14, having me when she was 15, the government offered my mum a house. That window there was the middle one with the red curtains was my bedroom window. Got a lot of people coming in thinking they're tough and that they were born to be the next Conor McGregor, but they'll soon realise that it's such a long road. The amount of different jobs I had to do while having no money, going through a little gambling problem at one point and making things worse. I got let go by the UFC. It was like maybe my career was done. I ended up getting this huge opportunity with PFL that I'm so grateful for. When I was speaking to some people saying, yeah, I'm fighting Anthony Pettis, and they were just like, yeah, it'll be a good fight. And I'm just like, you didn't think I could win. And I understand why. I didn't judge anybody on that. He was a UFC champion. He was a world champion. And I could understand why, but at the same time, it kind of motivated me more as well, because I knew I could do it.
Stevie Ray and Anthony Pettis in the red trunks.
To the next shot.
Good left hand. That can expose the neck. Still has that body triangle. We'll see it. He can submit him. Oh, there's a tap! The twister! Stevie Ray gets the finish.
I submitted him with quite a unique submission that nobody had seen that went a little bit viral. And then obviously went and beat him again.
A trip to the championship on the line in this rematch. Calling for punches. He tries a flying knee right at the end.
Oh, boy. Stevie Braveheart Ray.
The fact I've beat him twice after everything I had to overcome the past few years, and obviously us as a whole was a family. Everything I do in training, fighting, is all for them.
Oh, I'm amazing at the work.
Can you do it backwards?
No.
I can do it backwards.
I think so.
You know what your dad can do? What is that, the moon? Is it the moonwalk?
Moonwalk.
Aye,
Yeah.
Dad can do the moonwalk. Never in my dreams did I think we would be here. And just about for the $1 million. Like, that's life-changing money. Because a couple of months ago we were proper on our backsides and we spoke about like having to sell a car or just little things. And what he's just done is incredible.
It's a massive thing for the whole country.
I'll be the 4th British fighter in history to win a major world title, and I'll be the 1st Scottish as well. You know, just training as hard as I can, putting everything into it. Obviously thinking about that $1 million.
Hailing from the internationally renowned TriStar Gym in Montreal, the Canadian gangster, OAM, shows Kenny Fleury why he's next to carry the flag for Canadian fighters.
So, George St. Pierre's retired. Rory McDonald is now retired. You're the only guy left, man. Do you feel like all the pressure is on your shoulders right now, or is it not like that?
Well, I'm not the only guy left, but no, I don't feel pressure. I think there's a lot of other athletes that are really great from Canada, you know.
How many more years do you see yourself with this kind of schedule being a professional mixed martial artist?
Well, you know, this year my goal is to win, obviously, and I think next year my goal would be to bring PFL in Montreal. That would be truly great, you know.
I've been working with Aubin from the beginning. It's been 12 years now, and I saw right away he was a prodigy. Like, honestly, he reminded me of GSP.
What I remember from Olivier when I first met him is that he's basically an amazing athlete. So the quality of an amazing athlete is that he can adapt to any kinds of work, any kinds of situation. That's why he's so successful in mixed martial art.
Yes, yes.
He's able to get out of his comfort zone, to learn techniques and get better. And that's what sometimes separates contenders to champions.
It's the moment I've been waiting for. The hard work is paying off. Yeah.
All
All right, man, you have Stevie Ray in the final. How would you compare your game to Stevie's game right now?
I think Stevie is a dog, you know, he's a loose cannon. He's really dangerous. I think I'm quicker on the feet. I think I'm a better wrestler. I think he's a really dangerous guy on the ground, but I just have to be careful with those crazy submissions, which we saw this year.
It's the moment I've been waiting for. The hard work is paying off, yeah.
November 25th, give me your prediction.
Well, first, I'm so excited about that matchup. You know what we say in Quebec? I'm excited like a trompette. You know, a trompette, it's really exciting. So I'm excited like this, and I think I'm gonna dominate.
Keep on winning, 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 winning.
Next, we travel to Croatia to meet the heavyweight Ante Delija. A season ago, he came up short in the championship fight. Will November 25th be his night to finally wear the crown? Welcome back. Friday, November 25th. It's the return of the GOAT, Kayla Harrison, feeling confident heading into her third fight with Larissa Pacheco.
It's gonna take a Mack truck to beat me. I'm too smart, I'm too calculated, I work too hard for me to go in there and get caught. So I gotta go out there, I gotta instill my will 1 minute at a time, 1 round at a time, 1 exchange at a time, 1 breath at a time, until I get my third title.
We now head to the heavyweight division and a rematch between Croatia's rising star, Ante Delija, who took the first matchup, and the underdog, Brazilian Matthias Scheffel.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all welcome Ante Delija.
You know, some people will tell you the quiet guy is the guy you have to watch out for, and that's absolutely Ante Delija.
You about to witness greatness in the making. It don't matter what I'm faced with, I'll take it. Cause I've seen it all, been through it all. It's all about the way you stand up, not how you fall.
War-torn Serbia, what he's been through is uncommon for anybody on this planet. Having lived through all of that and now the chance to perform on the biggest stage in the world, gotta be motivating.
More difficult than getting to the finals of this PFL bracket once, it's doing it twice. To put in the effort, to get the results that he has, a shot at redemption, that means a lot.
Oh, Ante Delija drops Matthias Scheffel. Hammer fist and another trip to the championship bout for Ante Delija.
Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, Matthias Santi Scheffel.
See what you made of. We ain't afraid of nobody. We smiling. I dare you to challenge us.
Oh, big punch.
Skills, experience, preparation, he was always going to be a problem.
Braxton with a leg kick. Look, he's one of the best heavyweights in the world.
He just has a solid set of skills.
Oh, right hand! And now the flourish from Matthias Scheffel.
This man is a wealth of resilience. He has the ability to overcome anything. All the things he's overcome in this season to be where he's at.
Matthias Scheffel continues the Cinderella story as he advances to a PFL Heavyweight World Championship.
For heavyweight Ante Delija, who lost in the 2021 finals, this is a fight for his country and for redemption.
A ja sam generacija koja odrasla u ratu i nama je bio djetinjstvo teško i
From 1990s here was war in all Croatia.
Mislim da smo zato tvrđi od ostalih.
Sve se događalo isto što danas u Ukrajini, sve identično. Išla je Jugoslavijska armija, bacali su najprije granate, to vidite bilo spaljeno i uništeno. su u logore u Morinje. Tamo su ih mučili, pola ih je ubijeno.
In Croatia, in that time, have like 5 million people, and we have 2 million soldiers. You can imagine that. Everything what was happening make Croatian people more proud and more strong.
He broke his leg. He broke his leg seriously. You could see the bone. Most of the people would give up, you know. Ante is a warrior.
To je bio jako težak trenutak za mene, težak oporavak. 3 godine sam bio out, ali sam vjerovao u sebe, vjerovao sam da će se vratiti jači i to se dogodilo.
Delija out of Croatia. And Ante Delija trying to pound out. Oh, I had! And Ante Delija knocks down Scheffel again. Gary Copeland says that's enough.
Poslije svakog meča dođem u Dubrovnik, odmorim, ovdje skupim energiju, napunim baterije. More mi je sve. Hrvatska hrana je najljepša, jedemo, pa živimo zdravo, hranimo se zdravo i zato jesmo jaki ovako kako jesmo.
Dakle, uspjeh vas vuče naprijed. Kad vidite iza sebe rezultate, onda vas vuče naprijed. A svi koji počnu to žele. A samo jedan može biti prvi.
Pa ovo je moja najveća borba u karijeri i bit ću nikad spremni u životu.
Of course, I'm looking for KO submission in the first round.
Find a way to get the referee to stop this.
Da se zapamti odakle sam došao i tko sam.
Still to come, it's the main event of the evening, and the GOAT, Kayla Harrison, looking to cement her incredible legacy. But first, it's the co-main event. Meet Bubba Jenkins.
Bubba Jenkins' first round finish!
A brash wrestler from Las Vegas.
I'm not only trying to win this for me, I'm wanting this win for you guys.
Meet Brendan Loughnane.
Brendan Loughnane!
A British fighter coming off the biggest win in his career.
This is going to be a tough fight, but this is what I got in this sport for. People are going to see how good I am.
Only one will take home $1 million. Only one can be champion. Welcome back to the $6 million PFL Quest, presented by Celsius. We now move to the co-main event and an explosive featherweight fight between the All-American wrestler, Bubba the Badman Jenkins, and world-class striker, Brendan Loughnane.
All right, buddy, you ready? Buddy, you ready? Fight!
Brendan Loughnane is just the greatest in a long line of great fighters.
Oh, Loughnane is fired up.
He's an amazing striker, uses his range as well as anybody I've seen.
This is how we do business. My squad go ballistic.
Constantly switching stances, constantly moving, never giving a stationary target for the wrestler to shoot in on.
Brendan Loughnane!
He did what great fighters do, is you peak at the right time, you step up and you have the performance.
Oh, nice giant hook by Loughnane. Brendan Loughnane putting on a master class of striking.
So if that guy shows up against Bubba Jenkins, I mean, Bubba's got his hands full.
Bubba Jenkins, where you at?
We are the new kings, winning this fight tonight. Set it off like dynamite.
Bubba Jenkins continues to refine himself.
There's no question that Bubba Jenkins' hands looked way sharper this year.
That ability to take guys down, smother them, frustrate them, not let them see the light of day. And his striking has really stepped up.
There's a stiff left hand to punctuate that point.
Bubba Jenkins is a complete mixed martial artist now.
Oh, right hand!
And now he's on the precipice of potentially winning his first world championship in mixed martial arts.
Here's the legacy that we bring. When that last bell rings, they will remember one thing.
Intriguing matchup here in the finals between Brendan Loughnane and Bubba Jenkins.
Bubba, of course, is going to look for opportunities to get to the ground.
Forces the turn!
And Brendan wouldn't mind a long stand-up fight. You know, that's where their skills are the best.
And that makes for a crazy matchup.
$1 million and a belt on.
It's going to be an amazing fight. I'm looking forward to that one a lot.
Brendan Loughnane hails from Manchester, a city known for its tough, blue-collar mentality and grit. A place where fighting is in the DNA.
I come from a real gritty place in Manchester where it's fighting. We don't grow up wrestling. We just fight, and that's the beauty of where we come from. When I know that other cultures are like that, but there's something about the Mancunian grit that's a real thing. Bringing that belt home and sitting in Manchester with that belt will mean much more than having a fat bank account. As crazy as this sounds, the belt means more to me than the money. I've been in this sport since 13 years fighting. I want that gold and the world title well more than I want the money, which is strange.
Till I get to the top. Till I get to the top.
Oh, Loughnane is fired
Till
up.
I get to
Oh,
the top.
nice takedown. Bubba Jenkins, where you at?
I love going back and forth with Bubba. I love getting into banter, as they call it in the UK. I love f***ing with him about his wrestling. He'll have banter with me. I mean, we're great for PFL. I think it's good, it's healthy.
Oh, nice right hook by Loughnane. Nice combination from Brendan Loughnane.
Bubba, Batman, Jenkins.
Bubba Jenkins forces the tap.
There's two guys, one from America, one from the UK, that don't mind talking, don't mind saying what they're going to do in the cage. And so far, we've both backed it up. So, all good. I'm a world-class pedigree striker. I can hang with world-class boxers. I can put you out on the feet just like he can put me out on the feet. So you can't put me in the same category as them. Listen, I'm not here to play around. I'm here to knock him out. I'm not joking. Like, don't matter who they put in front of me for these tournaments. Like, I'm training my ass off back in England to come here and really make a statement, and that's what I plan to do.
Till I get to the top. Till I get to the top. Work hard till I get to the top.
Bubba the Badman Jenkins, the decorated wrestler, looks to validate his PFL career by taking home the top prize and avenging a humbling loss last season that has fueled a resurgent 2022.
Chris Wade celebrating the victory even as the clock ticks down.
Chris Wade!
You know, I'm still running from that moment. I'm still running from that night, that feeling.
That cage will work against you or for you. You gotta practice.
It's not even like a chase towards the belt and championship. It's a run and a fear from ever seeing that look on my fans again, on my family. I disappointed a lot of people. Just to run from that moment of falling so hard on my face in front of so many people that love me.
Survival of the fittest, this how the jungle do.
I'm not only trying to win this for me, I'm wanting this win for you guys. It's bigger than me. That moment was bigger than me. This fight is bigger than me, and I understood. Late, but I understand now.
What's up, fellas?
My man. Breakfast and wrestling?
Man, good to see you. So, Bubba, I've gotten the opportunity over, 4 seasons now to interview you a bunch, to listen to you talk after fights, and all of that, and you always talk about the bad man.
He better pray I'm only a 3-round fighter. Because if he not, he can't deal with 5 rounds of bad man. And he know it.
What's your psychology there? What's going on with that?
When I go into bad man mode, it's another mentality, it's warrior-like, and it's just having that listening ability to the instincts and having that ability to turn it up one more notch and turn into who you want to be, who you believe you to be. Which just says, stay focused, and we have, but I've taken that acronym to find one course until success. And me and him have found our course, and we're just gonna stay focused until we get our hand raised. He wants the belt to, wrap around the belt, run around the belt. I want that big old check to run around with the check. So when y'all see us running in opposite directions with opposite gifts, then you know we did the thing we came to do.
Thanks for that insight.
My man.
I appreciate you.
Indeed.
15 nights she's walked into the cage.
Listen, I'm here to tell you that I am the queen.
15 times her hand has been raised.
Kayla Harrison once again puts her opponent away.
She has won it all twice.
I am the queen of women's MMA.
And twice she's faced Larissa Pacheco.
Pacheco, you want to go right now, Pacheco?
Will November 25th once again be her night?
Kayla Harrison!
Welcome back to the $6 million PFL Quest, 11-25-22, presented by Celsius. It's time for the main event.
We do it for the
Kayla Harrison undefeated since she came to mixed martial arts and really just tearing through the competition.
Kayla Harrison once again puts her opponent away.
You're talking about the most dominant athlete in any sport. 2 judo gold medals and now going for her 3rd world championship in mixed martial arts. Show me another.
Kayla Harrison back-to-back PFL championship.
You really want to challenge the Olympians? You trying to climb a mountain?
15-0, undefeated.
The one word that comes to my mind when I think of Kayla Harrison is dominant.
She is a badass.
Queen K coming through like a train.
Got the crowd going crazy when we pass through. We do it for
The great thing about Kayla Harrison is she doesn't even hide it. You ask her, hey, I know you can't go into your game plan ahead of time. She says, yeah, I can. I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to grab them. I'm going to throw them on the ground, and I'm going to beat them up until they stop. Who does that?
We're looking at the 3rd time that Larissa Pacheco and Kayla Harrison have faced each other. Now, they've gone a distance one time, and Kayla was very upset with herself that that was the fact.
Pacheco has forced us to be interested in this matchup again because she has a few things going for her. One is obviously the power. She can put you out. 2 is that she's familiar now with what she's going to feel in the cage. She's matured mentally. The confidence is going to be much higher than it was before. And she's got that off switch.
Oh, right uppercuts from Larissa Pacheco and another first-round finish.
I think the one thing we haven't seen anybody do is step into the pocket and paste Kayla Harrison in the mouth. And Larissa Pacheco definitely has that capability now.
Knockout victory with the TKO for Larissa Pacheco.
At the end of the day, you want to see these athletes come together. These are the absolute best of their generation.
Pacheco, you want to go right now, Pacheco?
We start with a challenger, Larissa Pacheco. She's lost to only one fighter in the last 7 years. That fighter is Kayla Harrison.
Bom, para ganhar dela, para ganhar daquela, eu já lutei com ela, eu já sei o que fazer, né? Eu precisava de foco, condicionamento, dieta, treino. Isso eu tô fazendo tudo. No treinamento para aquela já está sendo feito muito antes da temporada começar.
Dan Hardy breaks down the strategy Pacheco must employ to finally take down Kayla.
She is the #1 seed, Larissa Pacheco.
She is powerful, she got everything she needs.
The game plan for Larissa Pacheco to beat Kayla Harrison is, of course, to defend all of the takedowns. She has to keep this fight on the feet so she can land those knockout punches that she's known for. But if she's too aggressive, she's going to find herself running into the judo game of Harrison and finding herself on the floor.
So Pacheco needs to get back to the feet and make something happen.
Now, Pacheco's a great grappler, but that's against everybody else in the division. When she comes up against Kayla Harrison, as we've seen in their last 2 fights, it's just a bit too much for her. She can't deal with the control that Kayla Harrison can put on her. So that means that defending takedowns will be key. And this means that she might lose rounds in the beginning. First, second, maybe third.
And this is where Harrison is a real problem.
But when it gets to the 4th and 5th, if she can start slowing down the grappling game of Harrison, then her punching power will come into play.
Another right, big shot. Waves it. Oh!
She has to be smart, she has to be technical, and her decision-making has to be on point. Because to take that out from Kayla Harrison, it's going to take every part of Larissa Pacheco's game.
Larissa Pacheco and another first round finish.
Now, we move on to the GOAT, Kayla Harrison, looking for her 3rd PFL championship belt and a spot at the top as the best to ever enter the cage.
Pressure is a privilege. The goal has always been to be here, you know, to be the face, to be a star. If there's one thing I hate, it's mediocrity. I wasn't put on this earth to be average. It's an honor that I get to go out here and I get to be the face of PFL. I get to be the brand ambassador. I get to be the person that people look at and say, oh, she represents PFL. Look how she carries herself. I'm just getting started. It's only gonna get bigger. It's only gonna get better. We're only going higher.
What more can you say about Kayla Harrison that hasn't already been said?
The total package, power,
The
athleticism.
only woman on the planet who really can lay claim to baddest you-know-what.
We get a little spoiled sometimes watching greatness. Happens in every sport, where we don't quite appreciate it until it's over, even though we do our best to warn you.
She's like the best in the world, and I can't wait for the world to catch fire on her.
Don't let that happen with Kayla. She's been interviewed 1,000 times. She talks the talk.
I put you on your back and I mess you up.
And obviously walks the walk.
The best female fighter on the planet.
But just in case you forgot, let me do some of the talking for her. She won Olympic gold twice, and then she went pro.
Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio.
Did we even know what we were witnessing in 2018?
Here is
when she first stepped into the PFL cage.
Kayla Harrison!
Since then, it's opponent after opponent, win after win. A perfect 15-0 record. She's grown as a fighter and a human being before our eyes.
The last 6 months have been absolute chaos. Now they're about to unleash the beast.
2 world championships, and on the precipice of her 3rd.
On fire, unstoppable this season.
So stop, actually stop, and smell this rose.
Oh, big punch!
We talk of GOATs.
And there's the tap!
We talk of greatness.
Kayla Harrison remains undefeated.
Too often, we don't really appreciate it.
Two-time PFL World Champion.
Till it's too late.
Kayla Harrison!
So don't let that happen with her.
Listen, I'm here to tell you that I am the queen.
What can you say about Kayla Harrison?
I am the queen of women's MMA.
That pretty much sums it up. From every corner of the globe, they've come.
I'm gonna walk the earth.
From Scotland to Sweden, Croatia to Tasmania.
Ready, fight! I'm gonna walk the earth.
12 fighters, each with countless nights dreaming of a night like the one to come.
I'm gonna walk the earth
till my life's complete.
Will it be the night for Rob Wilkinson, Tasmanian fighter looking to make history? Or Omari Akhmedov, looking for his first shot at light heavyweight glory? Will it be the night a former barista takes home $1 million?
Taylor pulls the upset!
Or will the Swedish Denzel continue to take the division by storm?
I walk the earth for you.
Can OAM prove he's the next Canadian to wear the crown? Or will Scotland finally crown their champion? Will the Croatian Ante Delija capture his heavyweight dreams? Or will Matthias Scheffel get his revenge? For Bubba Jenkins, will this be the night he walks the walk? Or will Brendan Loughnane have the last laugh? And finally, will the reign continue for Kayla Harrison? Or will the third time be the charm for Larissa Pacheco? November 25th, New York City, the biggest night in MMA history. One night changes everything.